Just 10 cents a day helps fund local programs like Scenic Stops, Northwest Ohio Journal, and BGSU Brain Game. Watch, connect, explore.
This museum started in actually 1995. In November on Armistice Day, we dedicated the museum, but at that time it was located in the lower level of the Delphos, Ohio Post Office. What got us started was that I came across photos when I was the postmaster in Delphos of the Delphos Post Office and how it was constructed, and they were just really neat photos. And I started contacting other postmasters, and they had said, you know, come on over, you can go through the basement. I haven't been down there in 20 years. So I started finding things that way. And we sent out letters to almost every post office in the country and said, hey, you know, if you have pictures of an event, if you have commemorative postcards that you've done of your town or an event at the post office, send it to me. And I started receiving cages full of boxes. It became like Christmas every day. You never knew what was going to come in the door. A lot of it was very, very old, and it got me started. And just, I said, this has got to be done. We've got to find a way for people to see all of these things. When people come to the museum, we try to give them an understanding of why there was a mail service and why it's so important. You know, our mission is dedicated to educating. We like to try and bring as many children's groups as well as adults through. And what we hope that they'll enjoy is we start off with an exhibit about how letters first looked. We didn't have pens, we didn't have stamps, we didn't have envelopes. People just got a piece of parchment and ink and wrote a letter, folded it up, and they sealed the piece of paper with sealing wax and then would send it off. We try to take them from there into Ben Franklin's post office. From there they get to see all how we sorted the mail and how people had to come up to the post office to get their mail. And then we take them into an exhibit all about stamps. We have numerous collections here. They have access to over 200,000 stamps at any time that they can look at. From there, we talk about parcel post. We have a theater room and a media room where people can come in and look at the collection. And then that's the whole south ballroom. Then they come into the north side of the building, which is all about transportation. They can see an original 1906 Harrington Rural Coach. We have a mail sleigh. It's made out of tin. And then we show them, there's a children's area where we talk about mail fraud and the different types of vehicles and how we got mail from one place to another. And they can actually sit in the Jeep and get their picture taken, and it's a lot of fun. After that, they go over into an area where we have an exact replica of the railway mail service car that was used here in Delphos, actually. It's a 15-foot compartment. Everything in it is original. So we've recreated the whole feeling of the people working the rails. I traveled probably 3,000 miles around the country getting the parts for that. And then they can go in and see the last two exhibits are on all about letter carriers, what they wore, how they worked, their tools. And then the last room is all about the Delphos Post Office and the museum when it was located down there. The museum is free. We don't charge anybody anything. Even we've had groups in here that have used the facility for all kinds of things, from wedding rehearsals to backdrops for their family photos, and they're all kind, and they give donations for it. We don't ask for anything. The rest we do through fundraising. If someone comes to the museum and wants to look at history, this is the place to do it. And what we're hoping to do also in that story is as they move through time in the museum, we'll continue to move through time as things progress, and we will be adding those newer items to the museum, and they'll be able to see where the Postal Service is going because of where it's been. And what's that old saying, those who don't learn from history live to repeat it. Well, that's true, I think, with the Postal Service as well. People need to understand what the core business was. But I want them to understand that if they contact us, we can do it on Sunday. We can do it on Wednesday night at 6. We try to be very accommodating for people who want to see our exhibits. We're just glad they come.
Scenic Stops is brought to you by WBGU-TV. Support great local programming by giving now at wbgu.org/pledge.